Aloha. Welcome to Chapter 6, home to amazing locations like Demon's Dojo, Shogun's Solitude, and Burd. Burd is a gas station on the bottom left-hand corner of the map. Very few people drop there, and it's a good way to get into the end game. With such a small location, it has a surprising amount of loot, which helped me out during these 20 drops. Burd has the chance to spawn in 24 chests, 24 ammo boxes, and 2 elemental chests. That's a lot of loot. All right, enough yapping. Let's hop into Game 1. Game 1 was a pretty cold drop into Burd. I dropped into the fast food area of the location and started looting the place. I went to the bathroom part of Burd when I heard an enemy approaching. I went out to challenge them and I got cooked instantly. What a fire first game. Game 2. I wasn't paying attention to the game and landed in a tree. I was probably looking at memes. I got out of the tree and left for some loot. My first encounter in this game was with a bot, and I didn't die immediately. That means I'm very skilled at this game. After getting that kill, I was shot at by a real person, and using my huge brain, I got on top of the slurp truck and got them very low. Then I broke the truck and got my health back. I then proceeded to shoot them in the face. As I was leaving Burd, the forecast tower activated, and I asked for the key card in a very polite way. I was wandering around until there were only 13 players in the lobby. I found a cyber truck nearby another Burd location, and I instantly started getting shot by an explosive repeater. I made my escape and got some of my shields back while hiding in a bush. I jumped up to the Shogun's arena and found a player below. I tried to take them down, but I couldn't hit them. So, just to say that I did something, I destroyed their car. As I was doing this, someone was fighting Shogun X right behind me. I flew over to third party and then I realized that there was another person. I decided to just leave and went to Foxy Floodgate. I stayed there for a bit just to ultimately die anyway. Game 3, I landed and got a very early kill on a robot. As I was traveling to the fast food area, some started shooting at me with the explosive repeater rifle from the nearby hill. I made my way into the building for safety and waited until they came down to face them. After that, I made my way to the forecast tower and waited for the henchmen to spawn. Here's a quick tip for you. If you see that this console is here in the building, then that's how you know that the henchmen are going to spawn and you can activate the tower. Here's Game 4 as an example. When I walk into the little room, there is no console, meaning the henchmen aren't going to spawn. Going back to Game 3, I dealt with the henchmen and activated the tower. After that, I stayed out of trouble until I was filling up my car with gas when someone started shooting. I drove away and went all the way to Seaport City. I stayed in Seaport for a while, but eventually left and hired Cinder. I went up to the Shogun's arena and immediately turned around because that place was a war zone. I was camping in a bush, but not long after I heard gunshots in a different direction and decided to go there. I should have just stayed in the bush. Game 4. I chased this Yule jacket around the fast food area for a while, but I eventually got the kill. I bummed around and went to the forecast tower. Like I said during Game 3, this game the console didn't spawn, meaning the henchmen won't spawn either. This should, hopefully, be the last time I talk about this because most of you probably already know. I went to a different tower and found an enemy player. They killed me very quickly. All right, if you have eyes, then you will have realized that Game 5 looks a bit different. So the next few games were played on the PC version of Fortnite. I usually play games on the PS5, but I couldn't because their servers were down for over 24 hours. So, to cope with this, I re-downloaded Fortnite on my laptop and recorded some games. You might have also noticed that there are these blurred areas on the side of the screen. You see, my laptop is at a 1610 resolution, but YouTube runs at a 16:9 resolution. So I had a few options. I could run OBS at 16:9 but have some of the gameplay cut off, or just record at 16:10 and do my best in post. I decided to just play the game at my laptop's resolution and put the blurs in so I could get all of the gameplay in. Alright, that's enough yapping. Let's get into this game. Game 5, I was still not used to playing Fortnite on a keyboard and mouse. I mean, you can see here that I missed a very easy shot on someone that was standing completely still. Later, I killed an enemy and realized that I hated the basic 1 through 5 that was used for your inventory. So I found a bush and changed some controls around. This is the final product. Judge if you want. I like them, so this is how they stay for now. I found another enemy and did a lot of damage to them. As I was about to rush in, I saw them on the roof of the house and got a surprise attack in. I got rid of them, but I was attacked soon after. I found the person, and they drove away instantly. This is exactly why Fortnite is peak video game. Don't worry, I found them later. In the late game now, and there are 4 people left, and I heard fighting. I went to third party, but I missed every single shot. I deserve to be dead. Game 6, it took me almost 2 minutes to land, and that's the most interesting thing about the entire game. Game 7. No one else landed at Burd, so I had the entire location to myself. I didn't run into anyone until there were 34 people left and I saw fighting. I started shooting at a Godzilla and did a ton of damage to him. He started healing and I used my Void Oni mask to teleport to him. And I couldn't have chosen a better time because someone was about to run me over. I killed the Godzilla, but the other guy was chasing me down. And instead of turning around and shooting back, I tried running away and died because of it. Game 8. Burd was pretty empty again. I only had to get rid of 2 people. I was about to leave Burd when 2 other people showed up. I got rid of the first one, but the other one got me. Game 9. Burd was empty yet again. I decided to stay at the forecast tower and wait for it to activate. Once I got the key card, I saw that the storm circle was around Burd, so I went back and stayed there. I left Burd once there were only 14 players left, and I didn't see anyone until there were only 10. I killed a Nolan Chance, and right after someone drove up to me. They did some good damage and forced me to hide behind a tree. They had Shogun X's medallion and went invisible and easily killed me. Game 10. I left Burd to investigate shooting I heard in Night Shift Forest. And by investigate, I mean third party. I took down 2 bots and then I started getting shot at from across the lake. I jumped on a launch pad that was very conveniently nearby. I then easily took down 2 more players. I went back to Burd and then got sliced to pieces. All right. Game 11. Last game on PC. And it's over very quickly. Game 12, we're back on the PS5. I looted Burd and decided to stay because the storm was there. I got extremely lucky in this game. I didn't have to leave Burd until the 5th storm circle. There were 6 people left in the game, and I started getting attacked by a player with Shogun X's medallion. I saw the footsteps of another player, so I just left, but even then they wouldn't leave me alone. I went up to the Shogun arena and scared a player off. Then I went back to the medallion. Once I got there, someone just got done killing the player with the medallion, and I made my move. I dealt with them and took all of the loot for myself. I saw an innocent person just peacefully landing, and I decided to be a hater. They kept running from me, but I kept chasing them down. Right after dealing with that player, I heard the gunshots of the last 2 people in the game. I ran up there and found out it was just 2 bots having a tiny scuffle. I obviously killed them and took the win. Game 13. Burd was a bit contested, so I destroyed every intruder to defend my land. After looting Burd, I didn't encounter any more people until there were 22 players left in the game. I started blasting one person, but then someone that was a lot closer started shooting at me. So I dealt with them first. I tried shooting at the previous person, but someone else showed up. After getting rid of them, I finally killed the first guy. I wandered off and started getting shot at by an enemy. But they obviously didn't know how epic I am. I found another person and started shooting at them from the high ground. They got in a car and drove to Shattered Span and killed me extremely easily. Game 14. I almost got him, but I suck at the game. Game 15. I heard Goldie and a player fighting, so I went to go see what was going on. Bulma decided to be a menace, so I dealt with her. After dealing with Bulma, I took a quick gander at my challenges and started getting shot at. I killed my attacker and later left Burd. I was at a building nearby Foxy Floodgate and I started shooting at a player, but my kill got stolen. I confronted the kill thief and they brought a sword to a gunfight. I later got killed by a sword. Game 16. Burd was extremely quiet. Well, apart from the 2 people I had to gun down outside of the store, I made my way to a different Burd location and eventually got killed by a Godzilla after he ran around jumping from car to car. It was really annoying. Game 17. I got into a gunfight with an alien and started to lose. I tried to run away, but I got caught on the window and took a lot of damage. I died. I don't know what you expected. Game 18 isn't even a minute long. Game 19 started like most of the games in the video. I looted Burd and sent a few players back to the lobby. I left and made my way to an open field where a huge battle was happening. When I got there, I instantly got rid of a player. I then left. I'm not staying anywhere near that death trap. Later, a medallion wielder landed on me and almost got me, but I am much too skilled to get killed like that. I then exploded. All right, it's time for Game 20. I landed at Burd like I have been for the entirety of this video. This game I only had to kill 1 player and I had Burd to myself. I had the first circle, so I decided to stay and wait it out. I heard footsteps under me and found a LeBron. I surprised him and he tried to use shockwaves to get away. They did not help. I went back to my spot and heard more footsteps. The surprise attack didn't work a second time. Well, those are the games. I hope this video showed you why Burd is the greatest location of all time. But all jokes aside, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit different from all of the others. Let me know if you want to see more PC gameplay from me. I had fun, so I have no problem playing more. Okay, I'm gone. See you in the next one.